Hey YouTube, Kurt from Time Machine Transport. So I had a subscriber who just bought a Freightliner Century Class, and he had mentioned that in one of our videos that he liked the inside of the truck and asked me to do a video on what we've done to the truck. So first off, we painted the whole outside. We did aftermarket lights, aftermarket grill. And we painted it. Obviously, it needs to be touched up because, I'm not a paint guy, but I painted it myself. And there's a couple things I would definitely change on it as far as that goes. So, but anyways, all aftermarket stuff. And then we went and did the newer Freightliner style mirrors on it, and then the bigger grill on it. So, at first, this wasn't the grill that we ordered because it kind of like it overrides the hood, but I actually like the front of it because the front of it looks pretty mean. So we've gotten a lot of compliments on it. And then we did the chrome back mirrors, and we did our hardwire oversized here, and then we also did them up on the mirrors, all switched out, and then obviously painted it. And we did a nicer headache rack on it, and then obviously we did the style lights like that on it, but painted all the rims. They're aluminum, so the rust won't come through, and it needs to be touched up. So then obviously put a new seat in, and we painted the inside with interior paint, put a new steering wheel on it, and painted the dash, painted everything. And then I'll explain how we did that. But anyways, you can paint all this with just like an AutoZone or a O'Reilly's paint or whatever. We just put 2 brand new windshields in this thing, and I already got a crack in it, man. Fucking only 3 weeks old, I think. Anyways, took my shoes off, and then what I did was I mounted just some regular coat coat hooks so I could slide my tablet in there for my ELD. And then that's just the old seat. We just put a new leather style cover on it. Excuse my mess. Anyways, so then back here, we put all this is it's a birch plywood. It's a 3/4, and I took a piece of cardboard and I built the template here, and then on that side over there, and I cut it out first and put it in to make sure it would slide in here. There's a natural gap. You can't really see it now, but there's a natural gap here that a 3/4 inch actually I think we used a 1/2 inch. I think I used 1/2 inch. And then we just put a little block. Oh, shoot. There we go. Darn it, I should have used my light. Anyways, kind of getting dark over here in Sparks. And then what you have up here is you have all this extra storage. Got my guns in here, my ammo can, and obviously you have your... So, as you know, the regular condo sleepers, all this is just empty space. So I'm going to actually be putting my TV up here eventually. My wife got me a TV for Christmas, one of my gifts. She spoils me. And then obviously you have all your storage there. So this is actually really nice because you get all this extra. You could actually put a bunk up here if you wanted to, for a short person. Anyways, and then what we did was we took and we drilled through up top here and ran the switches over to here. So when you hit this, the lights go on. And man, I get people that literally walk by the truck when I have these lights on, and they're like, wow, is that cool? So, and this is, like I said, this is just a birch laminate plywood, and then we just sanded it down, and we just left it clear. We sanded it down, and then we just put a clear coat on it. There's no stain on this. And like I said, we just hardwired it in there, and then they're off. So, and then I took the old cabinets. This, I got to replace this. This kind of stuff is just breaking off. I think I'm going to wood glue it next time. We just nailed it. So you're getting some flex in there. So that's this is just something that I bought from Home Depot. It's a plastic corner piece to hide the plywood end on it. So we just took and mitered the corners on it. So, and then I took a measurement off of the old, the guy we bought this from in Fresno. This thing was a wreck. Carpet was just filthy. I think there was a fridge on this side. I can't remember if there was an upper cabinet, and then there was like a cabinet over here. So what we did was we put our microwave up there, and then an actually really big freezer, and fridge, obviously. But, oh, that's nice. Excuse my mess. Anyways, shit moves around a damn truck when you're rolling. But it's a nice size fridge, man. So, and then I just use Velcro to keep it shut so it doesn't obviously pop open as you're driving. So, just real quick. So then, and it just overrides like that. And then I put another hook here from my shaving bag, and I put a couple cleats here so that when you nail that in here and right there, you're not going to get a sag in your board. And then, like I said, we put a little cleat here so the stuff doesn't slide off. It can just, so you're not having shit pop off of here. And then we did another cabinet here, opened up, and I just lined up the bolts. I took a measurement and, well, sorry guys. Huh. But it's just not focusing, is it? Come on now. There we go. And then on the inside, if you could see, in the back there, I did a back of the cabinet, and then I just drilled through. No, it's going to get blurry again. And I just drilled through the back of the cabinet. I took the measurement of the bolts, so they're actually bolted down. And then we just put a couple stops here and here for the latches, and then one up top and one up top there. And then it doesn't pop open. And then this was actually a mistake. When I built these cabinets at our shop, I'm not a custom cabinet guy by any means, but they worked. Mitered out all the corners, and it actually turned out pretty decent. We get a lot of compliments on it's like a little apartment. But this was an accident. Instead of cutting the door face here, I was going to just do a cabinet like up there. I cut it on the wrong side because these are deeper than I believe they are wider. So I actually, instead of cutting it here, I cut it here. But it actually worked out a lot better because I got a little secret compartment back there for my printer and my booze, and then whatever. So it actually works out really nice because then you could actually hang a picture right there if you wanted to. But it looks kind of nice. It looks sharp. And then obviously we put a power cord back there for our lights and my CPAP machine, and those are just running to a power inverter underneath the bunk. And then we did another one up here for the, we just ran an extension cord basically from here. This is an extension cord that runs behind the microwave and the fridge. And then we drilled down through the back of the cabinet, I believe. Yeah, you can see the cord back there. We drilled down through the cabinet, and there's a little gap behind here from the drawers. And then we just went underneath the bunk and to our power inverter in there. So anyways, so then I put this floor in, and I really regret it. I'm actually going back to a rubber floor. This floor was so cheap from Menards or whatever. It was just, I should have never did it. I got a lot of time. We put the silent floor underneath it, and then I just pre-drilled, and I actually screwed down all the boards. But it's so cheap. I mean, within a couple of years, it's already all peeling up. It's just cheap garbage. So I'm actually taking this out. I got to move this seat over to here, and then I'm going to get a nice Bose seat for here. It's a nice, comfortable seat, but it's not comfortable enough to drive in all day. So anyways, so I would never recommend, unless it's a wood floor, like a 3/4 inch regular wood, but it looks like shit right now. So I'm really really disappointed with myself that I actually went so cheap. And I pulled the seats out. And the floor, actually, we put the floor down before we put the cabinets in. So now I got to chisel out all around the cabinet bottoms and then take out the floor. And then I'm going to put just a one-piece rubber down. It's a lot nicer. I mean, or I would do 3/4 inch, but you're losing a lot. I'm going to have to pull the cabinets out then, and it's just really a pain in the ass. So don't ever do a laminate cheap floor. You will regret it big time. It's just not worth it. So like I said, we painted the inside, the whole top. We painted the top. That was, I believe, almost like the Freightliner color there. It might have been just gray too. God, this phone is just not focusing. There we go. So yeah, it actually it actually looks really cool. So, but like I said, and we put new speakers in, but we painted it all silver. And we primed it, we washed it down really well, and then we took scouring pads because it was just filthy and nasty. And then we primed it with a coat of primer and then 2 or 3 coats of finish. And it actually holds up pretty well. Couple of areas I had a bin up here that was rubbing there, and that's what that rub mark is there. So I got to touch that up as well. But it is kind of nice. And then to the drawers, I actually just did regular. They don't have rails on them or anything, but they really, I mean, they function well. So, and they're deep, man. They're as deep as that. So, anyways, they pull in nice, and so just put regular handles on them, and I mean, you get so much more space. It's literally like a full-fledged dresser. So, like I said, the subscriber asked me to do a video because he just bought a Freightliner, and like I said, once I do the floor, I'll do a different kind of piece here. So, like I said, this shit kind of popped up, and I'm really disappointed with it. But yeah, that's, like I said, the subscriber asked me to do it, and so this is the video for him. And just, I mean, like I said, we get a lot of people that, let's see if I can get back here and get a full view here. We get a lot of people that walk by the truck when the lights are on, and they stare into it. I had a DOT cop one time in Arizona. When he came over to the passenger side, he's like, man, this is really cool. So it's not custom trucks by any means, but it works for me, and it would work for you. So just a little idea of what you can do with trucks. Instead of dealing with the regular plastic cabinets or whatever, if you wanted to add something different, hey, leave some comments. If you liked the video, please thumbs up and subscribe. And I'm just waiting in Sparks, Nevada. I got a coolant valve that is leaking pretty bad, so I'm just waiting to get into the shop now. But like I said, you can take the ideas that we had and run with it. You can leave comments that are, oh, that doesn't look that good, or hey, it looks great, whatever. It's my truck, and whatever. So it works for me. Like I said, I really like the lights up top, and those are just basic kitchen cabinet, under cabinet lights. But yeah, that's it. Hope this video finds you well, and like I said, thumbs up and subscribe. Ciao.